As everyone knows, I love animals, and look, we've got a little cockatiel here visiting us today. Tony, Britt and Tom are joining us once again from Pinjarra's Peel Zoo. I'll say it one more time. Britt, Tom, Tony, joining us from Pinjarra's Peel Zoo, and today we're going to talk a bit more about animals, but we're going to talk about Bali Zoo as well, because Tony from Peel Zoo, down in Pinjarra, is doing great work in Indonesia, helping to restore a zoo that fell on hard times over there. Good morning, guys, first of all.
Morning.
And now, Tom, I'm going to start with you, because you've got my favourite animal with you. Can you tell us the difference between this snake you've got today and the one we had in last week?
Yeah. Well, last week I had the black-headed python. Today I've got the Stimson's python.
Can you turn him around so the camera can see his head, so they can see it's not black? Yep, sorry, go on.
Yeah, and the real difference between them is the black-headed python gets a lot bigger than this one. These ones can get to about a maximum of 1 metre, so they're a really good pet. And again, the black-headeds come a lot north of WA. These ones you don't find that high up.
Now, just while you've been talking there, Tom, has this cockatiel got a name?
That's Mozart.
Mozart. So Mozart's changing teams here. That's why you saw Anita's arm appear out of the side of the shot, because she went, ooh. Now, my understanding is now, actually, I'm a little bit lucky. I've got a bit of a sneaky advantage here, because a friend of mine has 2 Stimson's pythons. Good morning, Clarky. They're not venomous, are they?
No, they're not venomous. Poisonous snakes have fangs, but these ones have about 120 little teeth.
Ooh.
So
it could still give you a bit of a bite.
Yeah, but because they've only got such a small head, they don't have a very strong jaw. So it's only good for like getting small prey like mice, things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Can you just find one of these in the bush? And if you do find one, because they're non-venomous, can you just keep it as a pet?
No, with these ones, if you find it in the bush and you want it as a pet, you really need to get a licence from Calm. And yeah, they don't cost that much, but if you really want to get one as a pet, a snake, I'd start with one of these, because they're one of the smaller snakes and they make a really good pet. And as well as the licence, you need to get the snake from a licensed reptile dealer, and you need a proper enclosure, as well as lighting and heating, things like that.
They're pretty cool though once you got one, aren't they? Because like you feed them and they just like sleep for like 2 years or something, don't they?
Yeah.
How much does it eat?
Well, you try and feed them once a week, but if they don't eat once a week, you just keep trying that week, and if they eat, that's good. They probably won't eat for another couple of weeks. So yeah. I
think I want to see Anita give it a little bit of a pat. But Britt, you've got a bird on your shoulder as well, and I've found in my lifetime that people with birds on their shoulders are generally pretty cool people. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now, what sort of bird have you got there on your shoulder?
This is a cockatoo. A cockatiel, sorry.
A cockatiel. So I've seen them in shops called peach faces and things. Is that the same thing, or is it just a different name for them?
Peach face is a lovebird.
It's a lovebird. Oh, there you go.
It's a Wero.
So Wero is the other name for them, isn't it? All right.
They're very cool looking, aren't they?
Now, Britt, we always like to know from the animals, how old's this one and what does he eat?
These guys are about 2 years old. They eat small parrot seed. We give them fresh fruit, and we give them fresh water every day.
Cool. And do they do any tricks and things, or they just like you leave this guy's pretty natural?
Cool
yeah,
hair.
these guys just like to have lots of handling.
Got the little mohawk. Now, if people come down to visit you down in Pinjarra at the Peel Zoo, oops, I've done it again. Are they able to touch the birds and things? Do people allowed to interact with the animals? Or?
Yeah, as you walk straight in, there's a big stand and the birds are on it, and these guys are a really big attraction, so people can just go up and hold them if they would like.
Cool, bit better than those butterfly places where the butterflies just fly around. You can actually play with them. And I haven't been bitten or anything once by this little fella, so they're quite friendly. Now, obviously I want to get down to Pinjarra and check out the Peel Zoo, because I didn't even know that you guys were there. Now, Tony, can you describe to me exactly where Peel Zoo is so that I don't miss it?
Most people know Mandurah, so we're 18 kilometres from Mandurah, heading inland. And, well, we're right behind the Pinjarra Golf Course, which most people know.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you come straight down the southwest and through Pinjarra, you turn right, and we're 1.2 k's up on the right-hand side, as I say, behind the golf course. There's huge signs up on the road that tell you where we are, and yeah.
So about 10 minutes from Mandurah, so yeah.
But, it's all very brand new, very upmarket zoo, so it's all there waiting and ready for people to come and have a look.
That brings me nicely to my next point. Now, you're talking about brand new upmarket zoos, obviously Western world, modern technology, all the rest of it. You've recently become involved with Bali Zoo. Tell us how that came about.
Well, yeah, in the past couple of years we have. A long story really shortly here. I popped across about 10 years ago to the Bali Bird Park and met up with a few of the chaps there when I was helping them out. And one of the boys there had some old boots on. And I always said I'd come back and get him some boots. So I went to visit him, and he wasn't working at the bird park anymore. So I then went to go and visit the Bali Zoo, which I knew nothing about. Bali Zoo had been built by Pat Agul. It was his lifetime dream to build this zoo. He spent a fortune building it, but textbook. Did it all out of 1970s style iron bars and sort of sunken pits, and it was a really, beautiful gardens, but a real mess. Small cages and, you know, Sumatran tigers and orangutans and things sitting in little cages. It was just a mess. So I made friends with these guys, and it's manifested from there. We've pretty well pulled the zoo to pieces. There's about 78 of us that have all got together and all pulled it apart and rebuilt it, and having glass enclosures and moat-style cages instead of iron bars. So.
Now, since we spoke last week, and I noticed it said Bali Zoo on your business card,
sure, yep.
I made a couple of calls.
Yep.
Now, it turns out that the zoo up there basically ran out of funds after the bombing, and obviously tourists stopped going. So this is an example of how the repercussions from the terrorist world is you're sort of picking up the pieces there. So not only helping the animals, but you're helping the people employed by the park.
My whole vision for helping these guys, after I first went to the zoo, I was quite angry with the owner. I thought, this guy, how could he be so cruel? Upon meeting the man, I realised that he had a dream he's a silversmith by trade, but he had a dream to create jobs for all of his village and all of his people and all of his family. So I could see if the zoo sunk, so would about 1,500 to 1,800 people. So that's why we got together and started putting it all, as I say, to a very, very modern zoo now. And what it was to what it is now is no different. It's a huge difference. So
I'm really keen to get up there and have a bit of a look. And being a surfer, any excuse to go to Bali is a good one. Is it in what part of Bali?
It's on the way to Ubud, on the way to the monkey forest.
Northeast
sort of heading up. Yeah. It's in Yin, so it's not too far away. It's around about an hour's drive from Kuta, but any taxi driver will take you, or you can ring the zoo direct and they'll just pick you up and take you for guided tours. But we've got Sumatran tigers and whites and all the rest that are up there that people can get and feed and touch as well.
Sounds excellent, and of course great for the people of the local region to have the employment as well. But the good thing about today is, as we get wrapped up, is that Peel Zoo's giving away a few tickets.
Sure,
How many are you giving away?
A couple of family passes, I suppose, would do the day, eh?
A couple of family passes. All you have to do is ring that number that's magically appearing on the bottom of the screen right now and tell us, where is the Peel Zoo? The Peel region, obviously quite a large area. Where in the Peel region is the Peel Zoo?
And Jason has dropped lots of hints, so make sure you watch at 10:30 again.
If you missed it and you haven't got the yellow pages and you can't find it online, go to iinet.net.au and watch the replay of the show. It's been said 4 times now.
I think he likes you better. He keeps jumping off me.
Yeah, me and Mozart get along well. Before we go to a break, I want to see Anita give this Simpsons Python a little bit of a pat. Britt, Tom and Tony, thanks heaps for coming in. Go on. Get this. We need footage of this. Just a bit of a pat. You're on Wake Up WA. Anita's touched a snake for the first time in her life. Mr. and Mrs. Tassoni, I apologise. We're going to a break. You're on Wake Up WA.